Welcome to your 2023 reading, Sagittarius. Today, we are going to look into the main areas of your life for 2023, what you should expect in terms of events, opportunities, and challenges. What we have here is love, career, and finance, unexpected events, your challenge for 2023, and how you're going to end the year going into 2024 as well. In part 2 of the reading, we will go month by month to see what you should expect in more details, okay? Now, let's start with your love area, the main energy for your love area in 2023. And the first two cards that we have here is True Love and Open Up. When I'm looking at these two cards, the first thing that I get from you is that currently you are experiencing some sort of blockage, Sagittarius. There is something that it's very heavy, a wall in front of you when it comes to love, when it comes to open up and just letting people in at this stage of your life. You might be coming from a time where you've had disappointments, failures, heartbreaks as well. But I do see that this is the time to work that out within you so that you can finally let it go. It's hard and it's easier said than done after you get your heart ripped apart to pieces. It's hard to just put it back together and then give it to somebody else once more, right? But if you decide that you're not ever going to take a chance ever again, you have pretty much decided that you have failed. You have decided for yourself that there is nothing else that can come into your life and make you happy, something that you can share with somebody, that you can build with somebody else. You're already saying no. And that means that, yeah, it's never going to happen again until you open up once more. It feels to me that 2023 is going to be the year where you're going to have to challenge that thought, that pattern, that overall belief that you have that says every single time I open up to somebody, I always end up getting hurt. I always end up being disappointed. And maybe you know one of the reasons why this might have happened in the past, it's because you didn't aim high enough, or you just let in people that either they were not good for you or seemed good, but you moved too fast and then realized they were not good for you. The reasons why I say all these things is also because of the 7 of Cups over here. Having options, but not many good options. Being very good in that first phase of the relationship, thinking about what this can be, where this can go, and then realizing, wow, that person is really not what they showed me to be. And so right here, we just see that the first message is be careful who you let into your life, especially in 2023, because you do have something major coming up. We do have the True Love card, and it's easy to understand what that means and what that brings to you. But keep in mind that if you're looking, or better, you're focusing on every other option, the options that are not good for you, you're going to miss out on this one. For some of you, this is someone brand new. Actually, for most of you, this is someone brand new. But for some of you, I definitely feel that this is somebody coming in with a brand new energy. And it's going to surprise you. It's going to be unexpected, but it's definitely going to be that moment. You'll recognize it. It's going to be that moment where you'll feel that block, that wall. You'll run into this wall, and then you really have to have a conversation with yourself, Sagittarius, and be like, all right, maybe this is too much. Maybe I am anticipating too much hurt, too much negativity, whereas instead I should give it a chance. Obviously, when we get to part 2, we'll see in more details what this is about. But overall, for your love area in 2023, focus on the people that can be good for you long-term, Sagittarius. Enough short-term. enough rushing into people because they seem good at first, okay? Take your time, choose for yourself, and be on the lookout because true love, it is coming your way. For some of you, from somebody you already know. Some other of you, someone brand new. We'll look into that later, okay? Now, as far as your career, finance, we actually have a very important message that, you know what, in a way connects to your love area as well. And this is a pretty common pattern that I'm noticing in these readings, because obviously we want to differentiate in between areas, but the overall lessons and themes for the year actually connect everything together very well. And right here we see something similar, you know? First of all, I can't help but looking at this Three of Swords card. We were talking about how maybe 2022 has been a very heavy year for you. There is something you had to overcome that in a way changed you, Sagittarius. There is something that hurt you, wounded you, and you might be feeling a little weak right now. Not really at the top of your energy. There is something that you are hoping for to see, to receive, and then you think to yourself, and then after that, I'll be better. I'll be able to go out there and take risks again. My batteries will be charged again. There is something right here you have been waiting for, okay, before you actually start your life. You're thinking, when that happens, then my life will start. Now, what we see right here, as far as your career and finance, is do not wait for whatever that element, object, message, resource, event you think you need. Don't wait for it at this moment in time, because you'll see that actually you already have everything you need, Sagittarius, to manifest the path in front of you that will take you exactly where you want to be. The biggest challenge when we go through failure and disappointment is getting up and trying again. Sometimes, you know, it's always good to look back and understand what you have made, what mistakes you might have made so that you don't make them again. But at the same time, most times at least, it's better to just get up and go. Try again. Trying and trying until you get where you want to be. We are guilty very often to just sit there and be like, okay, now I'm not going to do it anymore until I see this sign from the universe, or until I see this in my life. And then you end up waiting and waiting for way too long, and you end up sitting in this energy, and now you're giving it even more power. So you might have gone through a loss, through something in 2022, even earlier than 2022 potentially. And for some of you, you are stuck in a place where you are not able to move on and take risks anymore. Now, these two cards are saying, do things because you know that you deserve the end result, okay? Don't expect every single time the feedback, okay? I did this, I should receive this. Just keep going on your path, Sagittarius, because you have something major right here as far as your career and finances go for 2023. All you need to do is let go of what you cannot control, stop waiting around, and just go out there and take risks. And you'll see how this actually will reward you way more than you originally anticipated, okay? Again, when we get to month by month, messages will come up around this, and we'll see what exactly you have to do and what you can manifest in the next year. Now, let's get to the unexpected events. And this is very interesting because what I'm seeing right here is that you really do have the potential to do something amazing next year, something that will revolutionize your life, your routine, your world, everything around you. But it's very important to understand that at this moment in time, from what we're seeing here, which we have the Protector, the Shore, which is the Tower card, and right here, the Seven of Swords, it's important to understand that next year, you'll constantly be at a crossroad. And don't feel daunted by it because it's normal. We all are at all times, actually. But for you, next year, this is going to be more evident. And what do I mean by that? I mean that at any time, you'll have the potential to make or break the situation. You'll have way more control over the things that are happening around you than you've had in the past, that you've had in 2022. And this is good news, bad news. Good news because you can control it and you can really make something beautiful out of it. But bad-ish news because now you have to work on what's inside of you, your thoughts, your feelings, your fears, and really get out of your head when it comes to something could go wrong, something could just fall apart. Next year, from what I see right here, is you will realize that you have so much power over the situations around you that it will scare you, and that it's going to be unexpected because you're used to having to deal with failure because of somebody else's decisions or because it wasn't the right time. The environment around you just denied you from certain things in the past. Now what I see is that it's all up to you. It's all in your hands, which can be actually really, really good. There is something right here that is showing me how next year you will be able, as I was saying, to revolutionize your life and to build a brand new reality around you. And you're just not expecting that because usually it's all about what the other person wants, what my boss decides for me, what my family wants me to do. It's always up to other people. But next year, the power is in your hands, which is good and scary at the same time. Again, I cannot wait to see what you actually are manifesting with this because I feel the potential and the power of all of this, but you need to now to prepare for it so that you'll make the best out of it. And speaking of being a positive thing and a negative thing, or better, something that could scare you, we see, in fact, in the challenge for 2023, the need to not run away from things, okay? Right here we have the runner and healthy choices. First of all, as we were saying right here, there is something very powerful when it comes to your love life coming in 2023. And the runner talks about somebody who instinctively runs away from intimacy, from opening up, from emotions. So you are really embedded into that belief, Sagittarius. I really see it so clearly, and don't feel bad about it. I feel your pain. I feel why you are acting this way. You are guarding yourself. You're protecting yourself because you realized in the past that no one else was going to protect you. And so you have that pattern within you, and it's very strong. It's almost like survival mode, But right here we see that it's time to just make healthy choices in a way that, yes, you're going to have some boundaries. You're going to be guarded at times, but that has to come out of self-love, not out of fear, okay? This is your challenge for 2023. Just shift in between pushing away everything because it could bring in fear, failure, and instead pushing away certain things because you know they're not good for you. And I do see that as far as events, you actually have a lot happening next year, more than I originally anticipated when I was looking at the first 3 areas up here. There is progress, there are sudden changes that you'll need to prepare for. And when I say prepare for, I just mean focus on this. Understand how to push away or pull in something because it's good for you and not because you fear that maybe it's too good for you or that you cannot ever find it again. And so you pull it in because, oh my God, I need this. I'm fearful that I'm never going to see it again. It's never going to come back as far as options goes, okay? So we see that there is a lot happening, but also There might be just an overall alignment when it comes to your life. Things are starting to come in fast because they're just easy. Things are happening easy, you know? Maybe this person comes in and it feels like your soulmate. It feels like you want to move in with this person. It's just so good that you're starting to think, okay, everything is going so well. Where's the catch? Or it could be right here, you manifesting something huge, the opportunity of a lifetime. Somebody offering you a job that pays you $1 million a year, and you're like, oh, where is the catch? Is this fraud? There is something right here that you'll want to block, but again, focus on this. Focus on your intuition, because your intuition is something that makes you expand. If instead it's something that makes you contract, that's your fear talking, not your intuition, okay? So definitely a challenge, but you got this, Sagittarius. You're stronger than you think you are, especially after everything you went through, okay? Now, as far as the end of the year, I love it. I absolutely love this. We see that, first of all, as I was just saying, you got this. There is nothing that can stop you next year other than yourself, obviously. But from what I see here, I get a good feeling. I get a good feeling because, you know, this is not just the end of the year, but it's also the product of all of these energies summed up together, and they result to a beautiful outcome, which talks about you being very close to achieve exactly what you wanted to achieve for yourself. We see, in fact, right here that not only you are going to be successful with this, but as I was saying with the 8 of Wands, there is some sort of alignment for you next year. Something that really wants to take care of you. I don't know if it's an energy, a person, or just the universe aligning things up for you so that you can finally move on from a period of struggle. I do feel that burden that you are carrying around when it comes to the past, but it's time to release it. And luck is on your side. What is luck in this case? Luck is just things happening without putting too much effort in it, you know? Because things can happen even without luck, but it feels to me that next year, things are going to feel easier for you. There's still a lot of work to be done, don't get me wrong, but things are just going to work out way easier than they have in the past. And you're ending up here. You're ending up very close to achieve something huge for you. And we'll see what this is about. Obviously, the 10 of Wands talks about a lot of responsibilities, hard work. Maybe right here, you're opening up a company or you're starting a job that will require a lot of your time and effort, but it will make you happy. It will make you feel like you know? That's what I'm seeing here for next year. You're building the identity, an identity that it's you. And it feels great because for a long time, you haven't felt like yourself. Sorry about the light. You felt like at the mercy of the currents. You felt like you were not really building the life that you were proud of, okay? So we do see an amazing journey in front of you, Sagittarius, for 2023. Obviously, as we mentioned, a lot of things to focus on, a lot of things to take care of, but you got this. You're strong and you have beautiful energies coming your way. Make sure to keep the ones that are good for you and push away the ones that are not good for you in the long term, okay? Now, let's get to part 2 of the reading where we will go month by month to see what you should expect, to see what all of this is about, and so that you also can prepare for accomplishment, but also the challenges for 2023, okay? Follow me, the link down below in the description box. Welcome to part 2 of your 2023 reading, Sagittarius. The main energy for next year for you, come on, we have the 10 of Pentacles. I don't think you realize what you have in front of you. You definitely do not realize that, in fact. We see that you can get into that place where you can start believe that you can have it all, Sagittarius, because next year you will. I definitely see right here with the Nine of Swords, and at the beginning of the year, this energy dragging from 2022 and even maybe years before that, that is a very, very awful energy because it's in your head. It blocks you. It makes you believe that you can't. But next year, you'll be proven over and over again that instead you're wrong about it. And you'll see why. I mean, we have that heavy beginning of the year, but then things are starting to get beautiful. And as you remember, we've seen these two cards over here, and we see the star at the very end. So very important year ahead for you, as we already said. But we start with the challenges, and honestly, it's good because at least we can work them out. We can work through them and then move on, get rid of them so that we can finally enjoy the success and the happiness that you do have coming your way in 2023, Sagittarius. But let's start with January. What we have here